talk about good parents, and we are good parents. We are good parents. Don't let nobody confuse you, no matter how you treat your children, as long as like you got a roof, food and stuff, noodles and stuff like that right there. As long as your children got a phone, you as a good parent. Don't let nobody discourage you and make you want to do better. Why why would we do that? But listen, I've often said out here, in case y'all don't know, I often say if a child has not learned how to defend for themselves and take care of themselves by the age of 2 months, damn, they ain't gonna make it out here. A 2-year-old boy was stabbed in the chest. Watch this.
On Detroit's west side, a 2-year-old is stabbed in the chest and his mom is in custody. It happened this morning, and Detroit police are saying that child will thankfully be okay. Let's get out to Megan Woods, who's live at the scene with more on what led up to this tragedy. Megan.
Yeah, well, we're here on Pearson Street where police say the young boy's father lives. So they're telling us that the mother drove here with their wounded son, and it was the father who took their child to the hospital.
I'm going to stop right there. The child, by that moment, had the knife in the chest. She drove to the daddy house.
Police are still trying to figure out where this stabbing happened, and the bigger question is why?
Children are those gems that we protect, and anytime that they are the victims of violence that we perpetrate on them is just a sad thing.
A 2-year-old boy
Great question. What did the 2-year-old do? There you go.
Stabbed in the chest. It's early in the investigation, but Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says the evidence is pointing to the mother as the suspect.
She did give us a story that it was her boyfriend that did it, but the boyfriend was at his home sleep.
She blamed the meat that she been receiving.
Yeah, cameras around his house, so at this time we believe that the mother was responsible for this violence against her own child. She is currently in custody at this time.
It's still unclear where the stabbing happened.
The information we had, it may have taken place in the area of 7 Mile and Pearson. That was initially what we had, but we had nothing to show that was the case.
He says the mother drove here to her son's father's home on Pearson Street, so it is possible that 2-year-old was stabbed in the car.
He stabbed him in the car. It's possible. Allegedly stabbed the baby in the car.
From what we received, she wanted the child's father to know that the child had been stabbed.
Sounds to me like a paternity case. Just in my mind. Go ahead.
And it was the child, when she got here, it was the child's father who took the child to the area hospital.
That child is in temporary serious condition and will live, but for investigators, uncovering what led up to this moment isn't easy.
We have violence that occurs throughout our city all the time, and this violence is perpetrated by the mother of her own child.
That's right.
And again, the good thing here is that child is going to be okay, but police are still trying to figure out why this would happen and the specifics on where this stabbing happened. So, of course, if you have any information, you're asked to call police. They said this investigation is not over, but again, the primary suspect in all of this, they're saying, is the mother.
But you said, baby, you saying that as if these good mamas is not trying to take their children out. As if we don't have multiple videos of the mama hurting their baby. You gonna say it like, oh my God, I can't believe it was a mother. And you do the news, baby. But I do understand that you got to play that character sometimes, you know what I'm saying? To show that you care and show that this is hurtful to you, and like, come on, baby. Around here, we don't pretend to care. So let's watch.
Information, you're asked to call police. They said this investigation is not over, but again, the primary suspect in all of this, they're saying, is the mother.
But again, the primary suspect. I understand what you're doing, but because around here we don't pretend to care and we gonna put the shit out there, you know what I'm saying? Children is best left with their mamas. Don't let nobody confuse you. Do not let nobody try to change the law either. Leave these children with their good mamas. That baby told law enforcement, listen, my boyfriend stabbed my baby. Then what you gonna do? She dropped the dime on the boyfriend, which the boyfriend was at the crib. and the boyfriend have cameras. That's why he was able to be exempt from this investigation. Back it up.
Police say the young boy's father lives, so they're telling us that the
I didn't know that y'all got these. Why them houses so small? 2022. I don't know.
mother drove here with their wounded son, and it was the father who took their child to the hospital. Police are still trying to figure out where this stabbing happened, and the bigger question is why?
We could throw out some things. A breakup. All right, cool. He about to get custody. Or he filed for custody. Or she asked him for a few dollars or something, and she couldn't get that paper. Maybe this was his week to keep the baby, and she didn't want to drop the baby off. You know what I'm saying? But she did. Hey, you want your child? There you go. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And that ying for the people on the podcast was me hitting my fist like a knife into her chest. Say the baby say, I want to go to my daddy. Oh, yeah. I want to be, dad. And he probably wouldn't shut up. The boy probably wouldn't shut up, asking for the one he loved. His daddy. He probably looked just like his daddy. Just like somebody, ooh, listen. Your churn is in danger. Let me talk to all you players. Shout out to Sosa for the $5 cash app. Say, I'm here, Pastor. I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate that right there. Look. Your churn life is in danger if you and the baby mama is not on good terms and y'all have separated. Your churn is in danger when they say daddy. Either one can get them with a knife in their chest. You never know. Either one can get them burnt alive in the oven. You never know. You never know if your child gonna end up in the garbage bag, cut up, and left in the trunk. You don't know if your child gonna be cut up and taken to the woods in the state that you used to live in. You have no idea.
Children are those gems that we protect, and anytime that they are the victims of violence that we perpetrate on them is just a sad thing.
That is a little twin.
A 2-year-old boy stabbed in the chest. It's early in the investigation, but Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says the evidence is pointing to the mother as the suspect.
She did give us a story that it was her boyfriend that did it, but the boyfriend was at his home sleep. He had cameras around his house. So.
The boyfriend was at the crib sleep, cameras around the house, and I hope he break up with that bitch. But listen. Typically, when our little la-la send us to jail and shit, who the first person we get back with when we get out? Her. We go right back to the same person who done called them people on us. Because we love our little head. Man, she ain't mean it. You know what I'm saying? She was just mad that day. You know what I'm saying? She ain't mean to remove me from the public and put me at the resort. She ain't really mean it. She just wanted to show me that she really cared about me.
So, at this time, we believe that the mother was responsible for this violence against her own child. She is currently in custody at this time.
It's still unclear.
That baby gonna get a bond. Why? Listen. I'm gonna keep up with this story. I promise you that baby is gonna get a bond because she's no threat to society. She's only a threat to a child. And then she's gonna get the bond, and then the courts are gonna tell her, you may have you can't be around your baby at all. Hell, you can't be around no children. And they might put on the ankle bracelet or something like that, but hell, she probably ain't even got to come up with the whole. The bond is gonna be 10% of whatever they give, depends on what state. But she probably ain't even got to come up with the whole goddamn thing. Hell, maybe the dude that she tried to frame for stabbing her son, gone bond out. That's what's up.
Where the stabbing happened.
The information we had, it may have taken place in the area of 7 Mile and Pearson. That was initially what we had, but we had nothing to show that was the case.
He says the mother drove here to her son's father's home on Pearson Street, so it is possible that 2-year-old was stabbed in the car.
From what we received,
Willie, I'm gonna say that they weren't together because the fool didn't know he was on camera, or he has a camera. Whoa, because the fool didn't know he had cameras. Oh, ooh. So he was probably just smashing her. You know what I'm saying? And she really couldn't come around his crib like that right there. She was probably just a little weekend, a little boo thing, a sneaky leak. What's the new term that they call? A sneaky link or something to where a booty call.
If she wanted the child's father to know that the child had been stabbed. And it was the child, when she got here, it was the child's father who took the child to the area hospital.
Ooh, say Willie, maybe the boyfriend wanted to break up with her because of the baby. Ooh, remember that broad some years ago that killed all 5 of her babies? If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me about this story. I could be wrong, but I remember, I think she had 4 or 5 kids. She killed them all, or she attempted to kill them all and shit because the new man didn't want children. A good mama.
That child is in temporary serious condition and will live, but for investigators, uncovering what led up to this moment isn't easy.
We have violence that occurs throughout our city all the time, and this violence is perpetrated by the mother of her own child.
Leave the churn. Churn best left with their mama. Yeah. Sneaky link. That's what's up. Leave the churn with their mama. Don't listen. Stop fighting for custody and all that. Nope, because they say the best parent is in the child's best interest is what they say, and the thing that's on paper out here in these streets when it come down to parenting. Even though the child may like the father more than the mother, but the child need to be with the mom. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all, we got to move it right along.